So if this adds up, Ahri's... Wait, what the fuck? What's good, YouTube? This is the Lemon Lizard, and I'm back again. This time to explain Ahri.
They've exhausted their use.
Seriously, this foxy lady is interesting to look at, but even more to hear about. Let's jump straight into it. So first up, what is the ball even made of, and why the hell does her passive only work sometimes? Seriously, imagine if Ahri had spell vamp up all the time. Oh god. Are those blue flames dangerous, and why the hell doesn't she burn up when dashing around clad in fucking fire? What even is this? First things first, and probably what you all want to know. The second thing you all want to know. Her ball, what is it? Well, let's take a look at it. It is something that is floating around like some kind of clouds, yet it is heavier than air. Also, according to her law, it is made of a pure energy, right? What fits this description? Ghosts! Oh wait, no, I mean plasma. Yeah, you know, this thing lightning is made of? Plasma is, according to its definition, gas made out of positive ions and neutral electrons put under low pressure or extremely high temperatures. Here's the thing though. Ahri's ball isn't contained at all, which means that low pressure is practically impossible, and so we stand back with high temperature. But when I'm saying high temperature, I'm not talking 500 degrees. No! When I say high temperature, I mean the same temperature as nuclear fusion, which is 30,000 degrees, 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Somehow, and for some reason, Ahri is able to control a ball with all that heat. And better so, or Brand suddenly wouldn't be all that special anymore. Now when you think about it, her passive actually fits very well. Since Spell Vamp is basically stealing energy from your target, it makes sense that Ahri has it. I mean, if you had to constantly upkeep a miniature sun, don't you think you would have to borrow some energy from others from time to time? I know I would, but I'm not a magical fox girl anyway. Moving on with the high temperatures, let's look at her W. She spins around and suddenly, poof! Fire. Blue fire nonetheless, but not accounting anime. Does blue fire even exist? Well, yeah, it actually does. If you take a candle and look at the bottom of the flame, you'll notice a slightly blue color. This is due to this being the place where the wax is burned, and also this is where most of the oxygen goes. But as far as I can see though, Ahri doesn't exactly have a candle. Wait, maybe she does have. Maybe she has an invisible candle. Take a joke. Anyway, does this mean that it's impossible? Well, no, there is one other kind of blue flame, and this one is actually based off temperature. When carbon and nitrogen is combined and burned, it gives a blue flame. And is this blue flame hot? Compared to a ball? Not exactly. But this flame does have a temperature of just about 5,000 Celsius. Seriously, how does Summoner's Rift still stand with nukes and volcanoes getting thrown around? Also, as a bonus, when she ults, she's cladding herself in these flames, meaning that Ahri, as a person, can withstand over 5,000 degrees of heat. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people calling Ahri hot, but come the fuck on! Last up, we have her E. It is quite clear that Ahri fires a pink heart, but what actually is it? I mean, I'm quite sure that love isn't actually something you can fire off with some kind of gun. But there does exist something similar though. Pheromones. And what are pheromones? Well, pheromones are chemicals that an animal can produce which changes the behavior of another animal of the same species. Or, the short version, invisible brainwashing. Anyhow, humans do also use pheromones, but usually they come in form of a smell or sometimes just an aura around the person. Let me ask you, have you ever tried falling in love with like 20 people on one bus ride? Well, you can blame pheromones for that. And while some believe this to be a lie, both genders do have pheromones. But girls doesn't react to them quite as often. And therefore, girls will usually be stronger in love, but with less persons throughout their lives. Unless they're hoes. Whereas men will usually be in love a lot of times, but they will be less attached to each individual person. Some people believe that this is actually because humans aren't meant to be monogamous. How the hell do you actually pronounce that word? They also think that men instinctively tries to spread as many genes as possible, while women want to keep men around for safety. Damn, I can already hear the angry Tumblr horde writing to me. But please, when I say this, it is not set in stone, okay? It can also be the other way around, so don't chop off my head. But back to League. Even though pheromones are cool and stuff, no one is actually literally getting shot with them, are they? No, not humans at least. But this is actually quite commonly used in the world of insects, where male can sense female pheromones from over 10 miles away. 10 miles! And let's be honest, no insect goes,
"Okay girl, I know I flew 10 miles to find you, but that scar on your 510th eye is just not me. Later."
So basically, that's it. Ahri is using an insect technique to captivate her foes. So much that it turns everyone lesbian and makes a lot of fan art. But do you know what the real kicker is? Pheromones aren't exclusively for love. They can actually be used to change the behaviors of others in many ways, since pheromones is basically hypnotizing whoever you hit. But what does this mean for Ahri? Well, if she wanted to, with those strong pheromones, she could literally turn everyone she hits into mindless zombies that would fight to the death without a second thought. So there you have it. Ahri is the girl that can brainwash the world, fight against the sun, and be an inspiration for a lot of hentai, all at the same time. And that's how you explain a champion. And now if you will excuse me, I need to go do something.